Terry brought me here, and I truly believe that everything that he does is to help this team. There's going to be a lot of questions about, why we made that pick, but as a leader, I have to be the guy that, hey, this is the vision. This is what we're going with, and I can do all I can to make sure I do my part, and same for the other guys.
For Jesse Bates, this is just an idea of what's going to happen. Everyone from the Falcons who stands at a podium for the foreseeable future and beyond is going to be asked this question. This is a distraction. We hear that all the time. Coaches don't want distractions. We don't want distractions. Well, the whole act of playing in a football game is distraction because you're trying to do one thing and the guy across from you is trying to do the exact opposite, kind of a distraction. But this is what we've heard in the past where, there's a controversial player. Well, we don't want him because it's a distraction. We don't want Colin Kaepernick because it's a distraction. All the players would be asked about it. They brought this to town in Atlanta. They dropped the turd in their own punch bowl by doing this.
Of course.
They have created an issue where every player on the team is going to be asked about Penix and Cousins indefinitely, not just once, but it is not going to go away.
No.
This is one of the dumbest unforced errors that any team has committed during the 23 years that I've been doing this.
It is, and this is only, I think, the tip of the iceberg. I just think it's just going to get, like you said, it's not going away. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse because you're going to have a quarterback, too, that's not going to be able to participate fully in the first part of the OTAs, and the guy that's going to be doing it is the guy that's picked at number 8, and then that's going to be natural for everybody to gush and talk about him and what he looks like and all of that and all the questions. And it's just going to inflame the situation even more. So, it's... again, that's what he's talking about. Hey, I'm a leader of the team. We were scratching our head too. We were like, damn, we'd like a player that helps us this year. But this is the vision, Michael Penix Jr. And it's going to be constantly hanging over their organization. In fact, the only way this looks good now, right, to this pick and all this, is honestly if Cousins fails and Penix takes over and does well. And they can just go, see, this is why we took him. This is why we took him, right? And it's like, well, yeah, but you wasted all these other assets, and who knows what you could have been if you didn't do the other thing. But it's literally like to that point now where it's like the only way they're going to justify it is, wait, the guy we gave $100 million to in 2 years didn't really work out, and look, hey, this guy's here. See, this is why we picked him, right? And there's not a lot of wiggle room here for them.
As I mentioned it earlier, and I really do think the possibility of a Cousins trade after 1 year is something we should not ignore. And Jesse Bates wasn't required to speak yesterday. Players aren't required to be available to the media until phase 3 of the offseason program. Can you imagine how he felt after having to answer those questions and what he said to PR? And will other players now be saying, well, I don't want to go out there and do that. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, they picked him because they knew he was going to be professional and smart and say the right things. And there's no right thing to say here right now in the situation.
This is not going to go away, and it's going to culminate in Cousins inevitably being available to speak. And we were talking about this during the break. I don't think he's capable of BS. I mean, we saw him bare his soul about how they tampered with him 20 different ways. I'm exaggerating. 19 different ways before he signed. It boggles the mind, and it makes me wonder, where is that person in the organization who is in charge of big picture strategy and understanding, seeing around corners?
Yeah.
How is this going to play out if we do what we do? And this has been a disaster so far for the Falcons, and we haven't even had a real practice yet. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.